And I see we're recording. This is so awesome.
Yeah.
Kathleen, hi. Krista,
Hi.
hey. Man, guys, we are so happy to have you all following us and watching these video series that introduce our amazing team. We have the best instructor. Today we get to feature Kathleen Robinson. And I'm super excited because Kathleen's been with us for about 2 years. And every time she comes, she finds a little thing we can do better. Like, it's kind of nice because she'll be like, have you ever thought of this? And so our team is always helping us be better. And of course, we know that if you've had the chance to meet Kathleen at one of our events, that you understand that the team really does make a difference. So Kathleen, welcome to our little video.
Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. Kind of nervous, but I was really excited. So I'm just so excited to be part of the team.
I love it. It gets nerve-wracking sometimes. Yeah. Krista and I go through this every time. People are like, you guys are so cool. Yeah, sure. We're like analyzing every little thing. How are you, Krista?
I'm good. It's been a great day. I'm excited to talk to Kathleen because I want to see what she says when we ask some of the questions. I have a feeling I know the answer. I have some back end stories that could fill in some gaps, depending on what she says.
Ooh. I can't wait to hear that too.
There's suspense in this one.
They're all good. They're all good.
So, Kathleen, we start everybody with the same question, and I'm just curious. How did you get involved in shooting sports? Like, how did you start this journey?
Wow. Well, my dad is a police officer. He's retired now, and I'm from Kentucky. And my grandfather was the game warden. So there was always guns and things like that around our house. But I didn't shoot until I met my husband when I was 18. And so he took me out to the military range and we shot rifles and shotguns. And so that was kind of my first experience into shooting. Loved it. I still have the bruise on the shoulder to prove it from the shotgun. But later, after we moved from Germany and came back to the States, I can't remember what year it was, but it was a time where I was like, I need to get a firearm. And my dad happened to be visiting here. And so we all three went to the gun store, my husband, my dad, and me. And we looked at the different ones. And I picked out my first gun, my first handgun for me. So I was so excited about that. And then I started shooting and practicing. And I thought, I'm pretty good at this, and I wanted to start carrying for self-defense. And that was kind of nerve-wracking as a beginner. And so I was taking, training classes and things. And I love to talk. You may not know that about me. But and so I taught computers. And so I love to teach. And then I fell in love with firearms. And I kind of put them together and started teaching. And I just love what I do.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we love what you do too. I didn't know your dad was a police officer. Yeah. That's fantastic. And I guess I knew you were military, but you were military over in Germany. What part of Europe were you?
Well, my husband was in the military. I worked for the military, but he was in infantry and then a turret mechanic. And then we lived in Würzburg, and then we lived in Kitzingen. So it was very nice. Some of the bigger cities it was close to get to, and got to see the castles and things like that.
Yeah, so and great. Christkindl Market, so I lived in Germany for 8 years of my life, and I loved it.
I did too.
I love the United States as well. So no comments, people. We like to travel.
That's right. It was great because you got to, it was so close to go to Holland or Italy, all those different things when you lived right there. So it was so close to go visit everywhere. So it was great to be in Europe.
I love it. So, all right. So that progressed. You applied to be an instructor with us. Mm-hmm. You were accepted. So what is it like for you? Oh,
wait. She tried on at Jacksonville.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh,
that was, of all of the try-on experiences, it has topped, except for the heat of Grand Prairie, but that the people of Jacksonville and the mass crowds, and that your first experience was, let's just throw wolves, right?
Thrown in there. But that tells you that anybody thrown into that, you can handle it. You can handle the smaller things, but that was great. It was actually more exciting to be in a bigger show because of all the people that was coming through and going past. So it was really great. And you never got a chance to be like down, like a downtime. Really, it was just like fast and it was just going. So it was great.
Hopefully you got a break every now and then.
Yeah.
Right? But those about the grand opening at the Bass Pro Shops in Jacksonville, and that's a fantastic store. If y'all haven't been there, I encourage you to check that one out. So I know you had a harrowing experience then for us, but what is it been like for you to be part of the team? Like, what's your favorite thing? Do you have a favorite person that you remember?
I have lots of favorite people. Amy is one of my favorite. I got to room with her, and that was really great. I was always so nervous about who I was going to room with, the first time, and it was Amy Hunter. And so, wow, that was a great experience. She made it awesome. And I learned, a lot of different things that she did, like put the guns together, the charge, how to charge everything. And
so yes, great. You got some back end stuff going on there.
Yeah.
So one of the great things about that show was it was my birthday in Jacksonville, and I didn't want to tell everybody, but it slipped out. And Krista was like, what? And so one of the great things, I came to their door one time and she threw confetti at me. It was such a great weekend. But that's the kind of team that this team is. It's just so awesome. It's like family. They don't let you forget that birthday. We celebrate each other. We celebrate, if someone's hurting, we come around and hug on them and things like that. And so what I like about it is it's just we're all together and we love on each other. And we just do everything together. We eat together. We share together. We talk about our families together, our kids, our dogs, hunting, guns, everything. So it's just really great.
Yeah, a lot of people say the team. It really is a very family atmosphere, and we're glad that you're part of the family. Yeah. So, are there any guests that stick out to you, or what is it like for you when you're working with our guests?
Well, one of the things I really like the kids. So there's a couple of ladies that have stuck out over the last 2 years, but I love the little people, the little kids. And I remember, I think it was in Texas last year. We were sitting there and this family comes up and their little girl, who must have been like 1 or 2, she comes up and just hugs me out of nowhere. And I was like, I just look like a grandma to everybody? I don't know. She just loved on me. Like she just hugged me and everybody was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh. And so I just got to love on her a little bit. That was so sweet. She just came out of nowhere and just like clinked to me, and it was like great. But a couple of ladies have stuck out, and there was one in Daytona that stuck out to me, and I got to meet her. And after that, we got together and we went shooting a little bit. She was new. She went out and bought a couple of guns after that, after shooting experience in the trailer, and she was able to start training. And she sent me pictures, which I shared to the team to show her progress. And she was just such a blessing to meet, and the whole team got to meet her there. And then another girl, I met her. It was her very first time in the trailer, and she was nervous, and she did it, and she was so excited. And we got to connect, and she texted me afterwards, and we just kind of share and talk about how great that was. And I really love how the new people, I love older people too that come in that has experience, but there's nothing like having a brand new shooter come in and they don't know what to expect. They've never held a gun. They don't know what is going on. And they come in and they walk out of that trailer on top of the world. So that is great. So that's a great experience. I really love teaching. And so I really love being able to pour into different people and see that smile on their face. And they walk out like, I did it. So that's really good. For me, that's great.
That is definitely the theme of what we already know that. So we all know that. But when we ask each of our teammates about the trailer experience, and pretty much everybody talks about the guest that comes in and are just not sure. And then they go through the experience and their energy level and their excitement and their smiles are so big.
Yeah.
We're doing the right thing, right?
Yeah. We are. And then I do like having the guys come in and they're like, okay, what's going on? They want to see, how do I shoot like a girl?
Right in the middle.
And we show them how to shoot like a girl and how we do the trailer and stuff. And they leave out like, wow, this is empowering for them too. Because there are still guys, that have not shot either, and this their first time. And so I really love giving them the experience of their first time and being part of that too. And then they go in there and want to have more guns.
Yeah, I just had this conversation today because men, unfortunately, that are new to shooting, you look at them and people make an assumption that they have already shot at some time in their life. And that's just not the case anymore.
Right.
Like it's, especially in cities,
Mm-hmm.
So it's been really great to include and embrace men in this process too. So I'm glad you brought that up, Kathleen. So now it's bringing us to the question that I know we have some drama with Krista, so I'm dying.
What? It's a drama. It's a good story. I know. I think,
but it's suspense. I don't mean drama. We've created suspense.
Okay.
So, Benson, what is it that you do in your spare time when you're not shooting?
Well, I do a lot of different things in my spare time. The first thing, I do lots of stuff, but right now you're actually in my craft room. I call this my craft, gun, and music room. So that's one of the things that I do. I'm a traveling recording artist. And so I travel around and sing at festivals and churches and, any events like that. And I've been singing since I was 5 years old. My very first song, I was just thinking about that, was Dixieland when I was 5 years old. And so I love to sing. It makes people smile, it makes people happy when we sing and share. And so I do a lot of that. I actually work at a church as well. And so I get to do all those different things to help that organization run and shoot guns. I teach and train people. So I get to meet lots of new people all the time. I'm all about meeting people, which is why I love, this organization, because we go to different states, different places, and I'm always meeting new people. So that's great.
I think you also just got another major accomplishment.
Oh, I forgot.
Forget that.
I know, 2 weeks ago.
There's spare time. In her other spare time.
I forgot about that. So, 2 weeks ago, I graduated with a business supervision and management degree. So I had a degree in computers. And so I wanted to go back and, go to school again. And so I have a degree in business supervision and management. So I think I need
to get a degree, a full-time job, firearms instructor, firearms shooter, like not just an instructor, but spends time on the range, travels with that component, SLG2 Inc., crafter, traveling recording artist, caregiver for her father, spouse, all the things.
Yeah.
When do you sleep?
You're going to have to pull off your socks to kill
Sleep is overrated. Overrated. So, I love being a part of my family. My husband's retired now. So he's, at home. I keep him busy with that honey-do list. My dad is doing great. And, we're just all living life and we're just all doing it. I'm still trying to get him to move down here to Florida to get him here. And so it's just, who needs to sleep? I'll sleep later. There's too much to do. There's too many people to see, too much to do.
Too much to do. Well, that you being a part of the team and your singing talent came to light one Sunday morning when we were at a hotel, right? We do our little, I guess I call it the continental breakfast, the fancy eggs, the ones that start as powder. I don't eat them, but we're all doing our fancy breakfast. It's day 2, so we're tired. It's been long, but we're trying to get our energy up, and we're sitting there. And Kathleen and one of our other teammates, Caroline Luna, we were talking about Sunday style worship services and the things that people do on Sundays and different ways we can honor our beliefs and faiths. And the two of them started singing.
That had to be gorgeous.
I love Carolyn. She was awesome. She's a worship leader. Just being able to sing with her and sing with the team. Yes, it was awesome.
It was not awesome.
I think actually you called me and let me listen to that.
I think I did. I was like, you're not going to believe what is happening here right now.
I'm like listening. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's our team.
That's our team.
We need to go on The Voice, baby.
It stuck with me, right? It's one of those first kind of, we had a few days together, but even after a few days together, every time you're together, you learn a little more and a little more and a little more. And that was just a new part of the eggshell that was cracked, and it opened up that morning. It was fabulous. Absolutely amazing.
Wonderful. Just the bond together, just singing and worshiping that was awesome.
Yeah. So we counted to 10, at least 10 on you. So people, write in the comments how many, count up how many things you're doing in your life and write them down in the comments, because we want to know, because I have a feeling that, Kathleen, you might be leading the pack, but I think that a lot of people are doing a lot of things and a lot of great things. So we want to know, let us know what you're doing in your spare time when you're not doing your job, I guess.
Jobs out there,
right? There are a lot of jobs. Kathleen, I really appreciate you spending time with us. I want to tell you thank you very much for being part of our team. Every single show and every single opportunity I get, we are successful as a company in what we do, and probably I know we are very well respected in the firearms industry because of our how professional and compassionate and caring you are with each of our guests. And we just appreciate that so much and are so blessed to have you part of our team. So,
well, thank you for having me part of the team, because it's you say thank you, I say thank you, because it's more for me to get out there and just be with the team and love on all the different women that's part of it, and meeting new people and love on them too. So it's just a great experience.
It is awesome. It is awesome. Well, thank you for hanging out with us today. Okay. And Karen gave you a task, all the things that you're doing, put them in the comments. I'll have to think about if I'm going to add mine. I might be coming really close to where Kathleen is in the tie group there.
Well, since I graduate, I have to add something else now. So.
Are you going to
more shows for us? All right. Well, you all have a great day. Thank you for hanging out with us. Bye.
Bye, everybody.